Hi everyone, welcome to the Market Antithesis, where we ignore all the noise and focus on what really drives the action on Wall Street. Today, we're going to step out of traditional Wall Street and we're going to take a look at DIMO, one of the hottest up and coming crypto projects that is focusing on building decentralized real world infrastructure. I think there is a ton of upside in this project, so stay tuned to learn how you might be able to profit from being part of one of the new networks being built via crypto. Before that, I always want to remind you that there's a free ebook in the description that can teach you how to generate residual passive income by trading large cap stocks in the stock market. The best part about this strategy is that you can use that income to redeploy into more speculative investments like crypto. So please take advantage of this. It's for beginners, it's simple and consistent. Okay, so let's get started with DIMO. This is the main website, dimo.zone, and you can see it clearly states that if you connect a car to this network, you can own your data and earn DIMO tokens for that. So throughout this video, I'm going to go into more detail about why I think this network has huge upside. So if after watching you agree, please use my link in the description, which will allow you to set up an account on the DIMO website and hook up as many cars as you like. The more cars you hook up, the more DIMO tokens you are going to earn. Stay tuned. Okay, so what exactly is DIMO? This is the DIMO blog written by Alex Horowitz, who is one of the top leaders in the DIMO project. Here it states that it's digital infrastructure for moving objects. So this is a way to use crypto incentives to set up networks that will move objects in the real world. So similar to Helium, which I've talked about on this channel, this project is using crypto to impact real world stuff. It's not just focusing on decentralized finance and trading derivatives and making money by speculating. I don't have anything against that, but these projects, DIMO specifically, are actually going to impact the real world. And I think that's fantastic. And I think there's a ton of upside in those projects. I think a lot of people are overlooking them. So here we can see that there's three simple groups that are going to interact with the DIMO network. Number one is vehicle owners. Those vehicle owners are going to stream data and earn DIMO tokens. They are the suppliers in the network. They are supplying the data that will have value to other users of the network. In that vein, if you look at the second group, data consumers, these consumers are going to access anonymized data, which is key. This data is going to have or be encrypted, so no one is able to know who is actually providing that data, but it's still going to have a ton of value in a lot of different use cases I'm going to discuss a little later in the video. The third group, and this is probably the group that gets me most excited, are developers. These developers will build applications using the data that is collected. So DIMO is going to be a platform for developers and entrepreneurs around the whole world to look at data and create new products, new applications. And one that I'm really excited about is smart insurance. I actually work in the insurance industry, and I can see how the data that's collected here for electric vehicles and for normal types of vehicles, I see that there's incredible value here. And before we move on, I think it's important to emphasize the statement that's in bold letters on this page. Web3 isn't just about the metaverse. It's about the real world. And in one of my previous videos, I discuss how you really should try to take advantage of this metaverse trend. It's not investing in digital real estate or NFTs. It's about investing in the real world infrastructure that will profit from a more connected world, which is really what the metaverse is. So another thing that's got me really excited is how DIMO is partnering with Helium, which is a project that I am fairly early to and extremely excited about, and how DIMO is using their 5G connectivity supplied by Helium to be able to transfer more data or record more data from the vehicles that we'll have on the DIMO network. And DIMO even says it themselves. Is this Helium for cars? I think an important thing to see here is that charting the path for these future networks here doesn't mean tearing down existing companies. A lot of people, when they're looking at these crypto projects, they think that they're going to take down the big incumbents. And that's never going to happen. The key is that these crypto projects have strong counter positioning, meaning that they don't really compete with traditional companies, but they fill a gap that those traditional companies could never fill themselves because it's too capital intensive. By distributing the amount of investment using crypto incentives, you can get down to an extremely cheap price. So I think this is very important when thinking about the upside for this DIMO project. So now we're taking a look at the DIMO white paper. It's probably worthwhile for you guys to read this on your own, but in this video, I'm going to highlight some of the most important parts that I think drive the value that can accrue to this network. If you look at this list here, they've ranked by priority their focus for bootstrapping the network. This kind of aligns with what we talked about earlier in the video about the different groups that will benefit from this network build out. But the first is to build the vehicle supply through DIMO token issuance. So that's using crypto incentives, which have been proven by Helium to be an extremely effective way to generate supply for these networks. And they're going to do that by issuing a DIMO token. The second step is to incentivize OEMs, so that's the traditional car companies, to make it easy for their cars to share data with the DIMO network. So originally, they probably won't want to, but as we demonstrate that the DIMO network can really incentivize supply and collect data, the OEMs are going to have to. It's going to be in their best interest to become compatible so then they can use the excess of data as well. And third, they want to build tooling that makes device data more accessible to developers so they can create new experiences and new apps and really generate value and value creation that we would never be able to predict. And that's why these platforms are so valuable, is because they're put out there and then the free market goes wild and these smart people that exist in the world build amazing products on top of them, can really drive value into the network. As I scroll down, you can see a little diagram here that explains the flow of value through the DIMO network, which makes it a little more clear how successful that this network can be. So I think what's going to make you guys the most excited is learning about the DIMO token, because that's how you're going to get rewarded as a supplier of the network, which we all want to be, and how you can make money and get some appreciation from being early into this network. So here, the DIMO token is going to be an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. So you're using Ethereum to kind of simplify the rollout of their incentive token. And it's going to be able to be earned in a handful of ways to drivers who've streamed their vehicle data. Once you receive your DIMO, you can hold it, transfer it, and do whatever you would want with it. If we scroll down, we can see some of the other uses for the DIMO token, because it's important that these tokens have a use and have a reason for people on the demand side of the network to want to purchase the token, because that drives up the value and increases network value. So the first is governance. So you're going to be able to use the DIMO token to vote on certain changes to the network, similar to how shares allow proxy voting for normal companies. Second, you're going to be able to stake the tokens in order to use the data on the network or to build an app for the network. If the data or apps are using the data in ways that violate the terms of service of DIMO, they will be slashed and taken away. So there is a kind of risk-reward component to staking your DIMO tokens. And third, you're going to be able to have enhanced access to some NFTs, different API privileges based on holding DIMO tokens. So this is another advantage. It's going to give you more access and more rich data to then build off apps. And finally, I think it's important because it's a kind of a common question that everyone asks about when it comes to crypto projects. What is the reward amount, or what is the monthly total amount of DIMO tokens that are rewarded to suppliers of the network? So here we can see that each week 1 million DIMO, or 2,000 DIMO per connected car, whichever is less, will be issued to the drivers and manufacturers and telematics device providers. And below, I will actually go over this in another video because it's going to take a little more time to get into the details. There is a formula where you can calculate how much your car will earn when you join this network. And it really depends on multiple variables: miles driven, the type of car. So please subscribe to the channel so you know when the video comes up that's going to tell you the specifics on how to calculate how much DIMO tokens you will earn from driving and joining this amazing crypto project.